Welcome to part 3 of my interview with Stasi Eldredge in beautiful Colorado Springs, Colorado. In part 3, we'll dig into the exploration of how to measure your impact. We'll also discuss how to walk out of a painful past and live in the present. But I'm sure you realize there are women that would look at somebody like yourself, Stasi Eldredge, and say, I could never have her caliber of ministry or audience, so why bother?
I would just say, so what?
Yeah. They don't realize the essential role that they play
when
in
you
the
think
kingdom.
about how your life has changed, really, I'm guessing that it wasn't when you were listening with 400 other women over a weekend. I'm guessing it was the investment of a person in your life, one-on-one or in a small group over time.
Absolutely.
That's where the gold is.
Yeah.
So
say that to those women who think they have nothing to offer.
you have so much to offer. You're needed. You're needed in the lives of the women that are around you, whether they're in your own home or at the school or at church. Just ask God who they are and get back in. Get back into the Bible study, the small group, or open up your home to an evening of worship. Ask God to bring them. I'm asking for who are those few that God would have me mentor again, because it's those relationships. That's where the life really comes from.
Absolutely. And that first step usually, when you finally get past the fear, the nerves, the whatever, that first step, you feel like you have cement blocks on your feet. So know that that's part of it.
Right.
You know?
And also that it doesn't go well. That's part of it too.
So what, it doesn't go well?
That is
another
part
lunch.
of it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
So do you ever see yourself arriving?
Yeah, absolutely. I will see my Jesus face to face.
Because that's when it really truly comes.
And then I will have arrived.
Yes.
Then I will be fully transformed into his image. And I can't wait.
Yeah.
I believe I can grow.
Yeah. But not until then.
Not until then am I going to be done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
I guess it's okay. It's sure uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I wish it happened a different way. However, it seems like the further we go with him, the more he reveals. Oh, good, we've done this. Now let's talk about...
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Good, we can move on to somewhere else. So what's the greatest thing that you learned in between captivating and becoming myself?
In between writing Captivating and in between writing Becoming Myself was actually a great deal of suffering. And I don't like that that's one of God's favorite tools to draw us to his heart. But it sure is effective.
Yeah. But thank you so much for not leaving that message out.
Yeah.
That part of the message of the gospel out.
Good.
Because it's an imperfect world.
It is.
And life can be hard.
Life is hard.
Yeah.
And that whole thing in Romans where he says, we want to be partakers of his glory. We will be if we will partake in his suffering. It's part of the deal.
Yeah.
And when we start thinking that if we had it all together or he loved us enough or whatever, then there wouldn't be pain or illness or sorrow or, that's just not true.
Affliction.
Right.
Yeah.
It's part of the deal. Some of it we bring on ourselves.
Right.
Let's try not to do that so much or on others. But we will not, we live in this world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'd be in it, not of it.
Yeah.
So was it difficult for you to be this vulnerable with Becoming Myself and intimate with your audience?
I like God's gentleness because in writing Captivating, I didn't share everything.
Right.
I still haven't shared everything.
Yeah.
God hasn't asked me to.
It's good.
Yes. So a little bit and a little bit. And when I write like I'm talking like this. That's who it is. We're on the couch, we're sharing our lives.
Yeah.
I can't really think about, gosh, 1,000 women might read the story, or hopefully 1 million,
You're putting your heart on paper.
Here it is. And I'm staying hidden in Christ. That's where I have to stay. And so even this, I'm not living perfectly. I get knocked off balance. Oh, I shouldn't have, or I'm not, but no, I'm in Jesus. Continue to use it. And it is that. It's his story.
Yeah.
And his invitation. And that's just really good.
That is really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I tell you what I see becoming myself as?
Yes, please.
A friend of mine defined intimacy a few weeks ago. And he defined it in a deeper level of communicating with another person and bearing your inner heart, and what you share with them does not affect the way that they view you. So I take that definition and then I add Brené Brown, who says that it takes courage to tell your story. And courage can only come when we truly do not care what others think about us or how they may view us. And so what I look at becoming myself as is, you wrote the perfect book that says, let me tell you what I've learned and you can take it or leave it.
Yes.
In my perfectly imperfection. But your vulnerability is, I think it's what so many women are so desperate to hear. And it was so relatable. But at the end of it all, you know that this only came through the redemption power of Jesus.
Yes.
And that is, it's so essential. I could not say enough things about it, but for me, it's the perfect book for being a woman. And I don't have anything to gain with telling you that, just to be honest with you. So well done.
Thank
From
you.
hormones
Yes.
to you talking about your childhood. I mean, I felt like I was right there with you with the starfish and on the beach. But it causes us to reflect on the good that really was part of who we are and our upbringing. And God can redeem those memories. I love that.
I love that too.
Yeah. So you speak in the book, so it's really no secret. Both of your parents are now gone.
Yeah.
This had to play an essential part of your healing to deal with some interesting family things, dynamics, relationships. So what do you say to those women who have to constantly dig into their past by living in the future and the present with family members that are a part of their pain and their story?
Oh, that's hard.
I know.
I mean, I'm not what I'm saying, but it's hard. I know it's hard.
I'm saying I know because it's hard.
It is. I know, and you know it's hard. Yeah. Yeah, I just, that thing about Christ being our life and staying hidden in him, really essential.
Yeah.
Really important, because I talk in Becoming Myself about it's important that we remember. It's important that we look back. And it's important that we do it honestly when we are equipped by God to do so.
Right.
Because some things in our past we're not necessarily ready to face or walk with God into. So that's part of it. It's not just go on a hunt and go digging in your past and discover everything. It's walk with God. Go with him into the word, into intimacy with him, into everything, and then let him lead you, because you can't do this journey until you know that you're on a foundation of being safe and loved and secure. And for many of us, they weren't. As children, they weren't. And there's a reason why we've adopted ways of relating or ways of protecting ourselves, and they were smart.
Right.
And now, as women growing into who we are becoming in Christ, increasingly, we get to let those things go. Because we have him, but we have to know that we have him. And then it looks different. Like, we think it's going to look different. See, there's just not a pat answer, because too many people think it says, honor your father and mother so that it will go well for you and you'll live a long life in the land he's given you. Yes, you want to honor your father and mother, but that doesn't look like they have permission to every part of your home, personality, life. It doesn't mean that the welcome mat is out if they have wounded you deeply.
We'll continue my interview with Stasi next time on Women, Body, Mind, Soul, and Spirit.